between, again, I go back to the military folks, which is that just being in the military, you get security briefings. A lot of that stuff for real world stuff absolutely applies to crypto stuff as well. Go look up the Swiss cheese method. Basically, you want to imagine that your security methods are pieces of Swiss cheese. They're not going to be perfect solutions, but because they all still have their own individual holes. But if you stack up enough of them, all the holes are going to get covered by another slice eventually. So here we go, lightning round. We just had a new day print on Bitcoin. If for anybody that knows Bob Lucas cycles, I believe that we are currently on day 58 of a Lucas cycle. We had a high on day 43 when we hit our all-time high of about $107,000, I want to say. Bitcoin drives the market based on Hart's law, which is liquidity bonding, if you will. Therefore, pay attention to Bitcoin, pay attention to the rest of the market because it drives it, and it has been up until this point for sure. Go look at the Bitcoin ETH or Bitcoin Solana charts, and that'll show you what has had the dominance. Outside of that, Bitcoin's looking like it might be finding a new low here in the first week of January. Again, nothing is financial advice, but I think that there might be the juiciest DCA potential in all of 2025 coming up in the next week. You can go check out the Church of Hex Telegram group. I did a whole deep dive in there, or check out the DGen Roundtable Telegram group, where I also did that as well. Outside of that, I do believe, actually, we'll go back to this one. I do believe that Ethereum is actually shaping up to be a little bit stronger than Bitcoin right now. And the data to suggest that is this, which is that the Ethereum ETFs are finally having inflows as opposed to this whole part of the year earlier, which was mainly outflows. If you look at Bitcoin, different story. So Bitcoin's looking a little weaker because this is the week that I'm talking about. The trend is currently outflows. So because of that, I think Ethereum might have its time in the sun finally. But I know no one cares about that. That's old tech. What you care about is this.
PulseChain.com.
Go pulse.com, baby. Or go realdefi.com if you want to actually access the tools.
I like that site. I like that.
Yeah, I think that we may have had our dead cat bounce, so to speak, right here. Yes, yes. So is there potential for a little more downside? Yeah, there is. But at the same time, this wick is pretty massive. I think that shout out to Coach X of the Grays currency, I believe. He was the one that really pointed it out to me. He said, keep in mind, Ethereum, PulseChain moves closer to Ethereum than PulseChain moves to Bitcoin. So if Ethereum's going to move strong, good chance PulseChain might move strong because it's a literal fork. We are not below. We are still massively up on a lot of the. Wow.
Just keep clicking buttons. Just keep clicking until you see green.
I know, I'm trying. Off the all-time lows, though, this is where you get the real hopium. Incentive token, up 400%. PulseX, up 283%. PulseChain, up 66%. Hex, up 319%. Keep in mind, folks, the EHEX is also there as well. Don't sleep on it. So, there you go. My thesis right now is that expecting Bitcoin low within the next week. Ethereum's looking strong. We might have some good action in quarter one. PulseChain moves in accordance with Ethereum more than it does Bitcoin, but it still absolutely has its own ability to pump independently. So keep all that in mind. And remember that if Richard Hart does get that motion to dismiss granted, it's probably going to be a little bit of a moon time a little bit early.
Oh my God.
So